Let's go to one that I think is absolutely critical. This is one where I may put a slightly different spin on it when we're done. And that is your flush number 39, your most expensive employee.
Your most expensive employee. I'm curious about, I'll tell you what, before that, let's hear your spin.
Here's my spin. When I get an engagement as a CEO mentor, often recommended with a gun pointed at him to the CEO by somebody on the board, the first exercise at the end of our first 90-minute session is, until we have our next session, which will typically be in 2 weeks, I want you to keep a pretty close eye on your calendar, or have your assistant do it if you're too lazy. But next time we talk, I want the top 5 bins that take up your time and your time allocation percentage in each of those 5 bins. Because the most rare resource in a dynamic, fast-growing, or fast-sinking company is the CEO's time. And the allocation of your time is it should be your highest single priority decision before you deal with the actual decisions.
Yeah, and actually that's dead on exactly where I would have gone with it, because here's the thing. I see this all the time. And you mentioned earlier about the decisions to hire and find the right people and all of that. When you're starting out, that's a hard decision to make, because suddenly the success of your business does not only just reflect on your family's potential growth, but it affects on someone else as well. You're responsible for someone else to do that. And so you're resistant to it. And one of the exercises I always like to do is I like to have people list out the tasks, and it's very similar to what you just described. I have them list out the tasks that only they can do. What are the things that are uniquely in your wheelhouse with this company that only you can do and do well? And then when they list those out, I will say, now, how much time in a given week do you spend doing those things? And it'll probably be something like 3 hours. And then we'll multiply that by 52 weeks. So that means over the course of a year, they're spending 156 hours on the things that only they can do. And I was like, now let's divide that into the revenue you generate over the course of a year. And give him it's eye-opening for people to realize the amount of revenue that directly stems from each hour they spend doing the things that they do. And in some cases, it'll be like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 that comes down to it. And then we'll identify that they are a $10,000 an hour employee who is doing $15 an hour work over here.
Absolutely. That's a nice way to reframe it. Very similar. It's essentially the identical concept, is that your time is exceedingly valuable. And if you're not allocating it properly, you are cheating your business out of a tremendous amount of opportunity.